Not real hard, it's plain and simple. Not real hard, it's plain and simple. Not real hard, it's plain and simple. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Not plain and simple. Plain and simple. Not plain and simple. Plain and simple.
What's good, y'all? This your girl DearGiggs. Welcome back to the channel. This is just gonna be a little rant. I just got off like somewhat of, I can't even call it a date, y'all. I can't call it a date. You know, I'm like this type of person. I always have a problem with online people, like trying to date them. So what I do is I end up deleting the website, the app, or whatever, and then I end up adding it back because I'm bored, and you know, and it happens a lot because I be bored a lot. So you know, for like people, you know, people get on online dating websites for different reasons. Some people get on there to see some ass. Some people get on there to really get to know someone. Some people get on there to hang out with somebody. Somebody get on there because they're bored. You know, they have different reasons. My reason is because I'm bored and because I want to genuinely find a platonic friend. It is so hard to find a platonic friend online. Half of these niggas don't even know what platonic means, for one. You know, some of them have to Google the shit or just ask me what platonic means, because on my profile it says looking for a genuine platonic friend, just something just strictly platonic, no sex whatsoever. We just get to hang out, laugh, have a few drinks, get to know each other, you know, just talk and just continue to like be around each other and just getting to know each other's vibe. And it gets to the point to where possibly it might turn into something romantic or not. But if it doesn't, it's okay, because this is your platonic friend and you would love to have this friend in your life for a lifetime because you know this person's ins and outs. Unfortunately, a lot of people get online to fuck. A lot of them do, and they have, some of them have game and some of them are straightforward. There's a lot of them with usernames like Big Dick Willie, or you know, eat them to they skeet them, and you know, just some crazy ass usernames, you know. So some of them I just like hit you up and say, I want to eat that pussy. Damn, you so fine, let me eat that ass. Damn, you so fine, come suck my dick, let's fuck, you know, stuff like that. And then unfortunately there's some yes women out there, you know what I'm saying, some bitches out there that falls for shit like that, you know. And I could say that, you know, looking at it from both angles, I understand why a man would come out like that way. It is some disgusting ass men out there. Let's face it, it exists. It is the ones that would eat anything that's walking around. You know, if they like it, I love it, but I'm not attracted to that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is some women that is attracted to that shit. It's some gut buckets out there. You know what I'm saying? Some foot draggers out there that would love to let a nigga eat their pussy just because they display themselves as pussy eaters. You know what I'm saying? But the fucked up thing is they come at everybody like that. Even if, you know, some of them even don't even read the profiles. They just see your picture and they straight hit you up and be like, what the fuck is up? You so sexy, I want to do this to you and I want to do that to you. And then, you know, they just lead with their dick, you know. So give me a minute, y'all. Yeah, so they just lead with their dick and stuff. But on my profile it says I'm looking for something strictly platonic. It just says everything that I just said about platonic, you know, and everything. And this one dude, and this is like a rant because I'm like really tired of online dating, like, cause this one dude, he kind of convinced me, and it was kind of like, okay, I kind of don't want to go and see what this person is about, but then again, he's intriguing, so I want to see what this person's about. Not as far as like trying to be in a relationship with them, but just to hang out, because that was my profile whole thing, is to hang out, chill, take a drink, you know, something like that. No sex whatsoever. But he came off a little he came off a little, you know, it's a lot of dudes gonna think what they did, but it takes the woman to tame them and bring them down to the men that they supposed to act like, you know. Like, it's disgusting when you like straight come to a bitch sexually, you know what I'm saying? It's disgusting when you say you want to eat that pussy and stuff, but he wasn't saying none of that. He as far as sexually is concerned, he didn't get there yet. So the conversation, the conversation was like, I'm just dropping shit everywhere. The conversation was like this: how you doing? I'm fine. What's up? You know, nothing much. And, you know, we just went back and forth for an hour getting to know each other, where I'm from, where he's from, how long he's been here, how long I've been here, and, you know, just back and forth, regular, just come strictly, you know, good conversation. And so then he was like, okay, so what you're looking for? And I was like, read my profile. I want to make sure he read my profile that says platonic. And so he was like, no, I asked him what was he looking for, and then he was like, I know he didn't read my profile, and maybe that's another thing too, because most men that reads the profile, they ain't gonna come at you so erotic, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna come to you with swag and try to get you in another way. But again, it takes a woman to tame a man sometimes. So, you know, they're gonna come at you with however type of game, smooth game. It probably has nothing to do with sex whatsoever, but at the end of the day, they're gonna want sex. It's all of my online encounters seem like that, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm an attractive woman and they're an attractive man, and, you know, this day and age, people do meet up and can't be behind four walls because they got a dick and one got a pussy, and they know that dick and pussy just gonna like magnets if they behind four walls. Me, but if I'm behind four walls, it's gonna be hard for me to fight temptation. So I know that it's gonna either be a yes or no. So I don't place myself behind four walls. Let's go meet at McDonald's, or let's go meet at Chili's, or let's go meet at the bar. You know what I'm saying? We going to meet somewhere. We ain't coming to my house and under the other shit and stuff like that. So it's nothing wrong with dating. People think dating means that you're in a relationship, that you are tied down, that, you know, you almost finna walk down the aisle and shit. Like, no, dating means that you go out, you have fun, you get to know the person. There's nothing wrong with doing that, you know, and it's the person of the opposite sex, same sex, whatever you prefer, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I like, you know, opposite sex and sometimes same sex too, so, you know, but that's a whole nother story, you feel me? Back to what I was saying. So he read the profile, and then, I don't know, maybe he didn't, maybe he did read the whole profile when he answered my question. What he's looking for is someone to go out with and have a good time with, and then have fun later on. So I was like, okay, what does fun mean? Because people have different definitions of fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have different definitions of friend. You know, my friend is, you know, this is my friend, but yet I'm fucking her in the meantime when she's just in between the sheets and no strings attached type of thing, you know what I'm saying? Or it's just friend, like platonic, like what I'm looking for. So it's different types of friends, like different types of fun. It's like fun, we could go to the mall and, you know, have a cup of coffee and just sit around and talk and, you know, just have a lot of fun. Or, you know, just fun, like the type of fun, like, you know, we both catching nuts at the end of the night type of fun. So I need him to be more specific about what fun he's trying to talk about. So anyways, why did he say, y'all, that he want to go out, you know, he enjoy me, I enjoy him, chilling, talking and everything, and then later on that night, fuck. Mind you, this guy is in his 40s. 48 to be exact. I'm 34. On his profile it says all his kids are over 18. Like I said, it takes a woman to tame a man, you know. A man, not a boy. So I just said, you know what, because he did look good and I did want to go out and chill and stuff. Meet me at the wing house. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay. Now, I already told him no, I didn't want the, you know, the fun part, but I would like to go out and have a good time part. And, you know, he was cool with that. And then we went to the, well, I met him at the wing house. And, let me just say that I wasn't, like, feeling his vibe off rip, because in front of, okay, it was like, I had to meet him at the wing house. He's standing in front of the wing house. It's like people outside. You know, I don't know if you know what the wing house is, but it's people outside that actually eats too and drink or smoke, you know, because they're smokers. And then there's people in the inside shooting pool and stuff like that there. He's already there, so I had to walk up to the door. It was so embarrassing, y'all. So embarrassing. He's like, dang, you thick, you super thick, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like that shit, dang. You know what I'm saying? He's loud with it, embarrassing, y'all, so embarrassing. We're going inside the wing house now. Wing house is something like Hooters. You know, they got the ladies walking around with the shorts on and, you know, showing their breasts and shit. And I like to see that shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I go both ways. So I like to see that shit and stuff. So, you know, I stared too. You know, once or twice I looked over there, you know, don't really want him to know everything about me yet. You just can't lay it all on the table that, you know what I'm saying, you would be with a female too, or you have been with a female too. You just don't lay that out. I mean, some people do, you know, lay it out, but me, I don't want to just lay it out like that on, you know, our first hanging out together, date, whatever you want to call it. We hanging out together and stuff. So we sit down. He is staring, like staring at the ladies that's walking by in their little outfits and stuff. Me, okay, I took a little peek, I ain't gonna lie, but him, he is like, it is too much. It's like too fucking much, y'all. So anyways, ordered our food, wings. I ordered a drink, you know what I'm saying. I think he had Hennessy. I don't know what he had, but I had vodka with pineapple juice. I had 2 of them, and we get into conversation. You know, it started off just like it was online or whatever, and then he was like, oh, so you still don't want to take me up on my offer with the fun part? And I was like, I thought we already handled this online. So I kind of, you know, the way that he came at me when I walked up to the place, it was like, you know, that's strike 3, you know, right there. Because strike 1 was when he basically came up with the fun thing and stuff. Strike 2 was when he, well, no, that was strike 2. Okay, strike 2 was when he started doing like the cat calling or whatever. Strike 3 is him with the staring and stuff. So, you know, we already on strike 3. So strike 4, here we at. Here we go. He's asking me, you know, I want to take him up on this offer about the fun thing, and I'm like, no. And so I don't know why men try to make it seem like you're wrong because you don't want to have sex. They come into this whole little thing where they, this is what, just the stupidest shit that they say. I don't understand why you holding out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's the difference from us having sex now and having sex later? You know, I ain't going nowhere or nothing like that, and it's fun. You only live once, and all this, you know, just stupid shit. That stupid excuses of why I should get on the pussy. I don't know you, buddy. I don't know you. I'm already iffy about you. You know, you already on strike 4. You know, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what else I could say to let you know that I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm simply not. You know, I can go home and I can, you know, get it on with, you know, what's in Mr. Pablo. You know, I can get it on with that. I don't have to get it on with a stranger. 48-year-old stranger too at that. Y'all, we ate. I asked for my food to go because I really couldn't eat that much. You know, with this here thing in your mouth, it's kind of hard to eat some wings. You don't need no pullouts in your mouth when you try to eat wings. So, you know, I ate the fries and stuff. I didn't really eat the wings in front of this dude. Didn't want the pullout to fall out and stuff. But to make a long story short, you know, it was somewhat like a tail date, somewhat like a date, somewhat like a, you know, I should have followed my first mind type of thing. But at the end of the day, I got a free bill out of it. I did get a little bit of entertainment and stuff, and I did get to see some breasts and some ass cheeks and stuff. But that old dude, and I don't know. I don't want to be dating these people online. And a person always says, when I say stuff like that, they always say this stuff. And it kind of makes sense. What if you meet somebody at a grocery store, or, you know, at the stop sign, or just, you know, just somewhere, and not on the chat line, or not chat line, but online? How do you know if they don't have a profile online? You know, this is somebody you met in the store. They might have a profile online. So hey, these people are just people too, and you know, I be trying to separate the good from the bad, but I just want to give up online. And you know, people I don't meet online don't make it no better. So it's like, you wanna, like, there's no way I can win. There's no way I can win whatsoever in this situation. For real. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all. My little story, my little hell date of somebody daddy trying to, you know, have some fun tonight. And unfortunately, you know, my pocketbook is closed. I'm not trying to let you put your fingers, your old ass, rusty ass, you know, and you know, probably have arthritis ass fingers on me. For real. No. But, you know, it is what it is, y'all. I still have my page up, my profile up, but, you know, I kind of don't know, because I get to the point to where I delete it, and I do delete them, and then I end up adding it back because I'm bored. So anyways, this is your girl Giggs. Bye.
Hard is plain and simple, not real hard.